Hi, this is part 6 in the series of feedback amplifiers, and as you all know, in this series we are discussing the step-by-step solution to the numerical problems of feedback amplifiers. In this particular video, we will take the problem based on voltage shunt topology. Before coming to the actual problem, let's revisit the steps which are to be followed to solve the problem. And the steps are, first is the identification of topology and calculation of feedback gain, which is beta. The next step is to draw equivalent circuit, and equivalent circuit is drawn removing the feedback and taking the load of the feedback into account. Then we have to draw the AC model for the given circuit, and finally we calculate the gain, input and output impedance. Coming to the problem, this is again a problem from Millman and Halkias, Integrated Electronics. This is problem number 13.22, and in this problem we have to solve this particular numerical for two conditions. The first condition is when RE is equal to 0, and the second condition is when RE is equal to 1. And we have to do calculations for RMF, AVF, RIF and ROF dash. We will start with the identification of feedback topology. And to identify the feedback topology, first of all, we have to identify the common component, the component which is in both the input and output circuits. As you can see here, this 100K is common to both the input and output, and as it is common emitter configuration, RE as well is common to the input and output circuit. But in the numerical, we have to take two cases, RE equals to 0 and RE equals to 1. So, we will only take the load of RE into account. We will not consider RE as the feedback component. We will take only 100K. Now, once we have identified the feedback component, we have to see its connection at the input and output side to identify the topology. Now, you can see here this 100K is connected to the output voltage, right? So, we are sampling voltage from the output side, and both the terminals of this feedback component are not in the input circuit. Only one terminal or one node is at the input side. So, the topology is not a series topology but a shunt topology. Thus, we can conclude by this discussion that the topology here is voltage shunt. Once the topology is identified, we have to calculate value of beta here. And as the topology is voltage shunt, that is, we have voltage at the output side and current at the input side. So, the value of beta is IF by V out. That is, feedback current is some fraction of the output voltage. Feedback current is the current flowing through this 100K resistor, and the value of feedback current can be found as, if this is the voltage VI, it is the voltage at the input side, then IF will be written as V in minus V out by this 100K. As we know, this is an amplifier circuit, which means output voltage is quite high compared to input voltage. So, neglecting the input voltage, we get V out by 100K. So, IF by V out, which actually is the value of beta, is equal to minus 1 by 100K. So, we have identified the topology and calculated the value of beta. Now, we will move forward to the second step, and second step is to draw the equivalent circuit, removing the feedback and taking the load of the feedback into account. To draw the equivalent circuit, we have to follow certain rules, and the rules are based on the topology. So, as we know that the topology is voltage shunt topology, and for the voltage shunt topology, to draw input circuit, we have to short the output side, and to draw output side circuit, we have to short the input side, right? So, we will start with, we will observe the circuit from the input side, and by observing input side and shorting it at the output side, we observe that we'll have a 100K resistor here at the input side. Similarly, if we observe the circuit from the output side and we do shorting at the input side, removing this. When we draw input circuit, we short the output side. When we draw output circuit, we short the input side. Basically, shorting output side means making V out 0, and shorting input means making V input 0. So we are shorting input side, and we can see that 100K comes in parallel to it, will come here, right? So the equivalent circuit will look like something like this. This is the transistor given with some value of Re shorted, then collector resistance which is of 10K connected to VCC. Input side we have Is, add this Rs which is of 1K value. Now this feedback component seen from the output side, it is this point V out and shorted. Similarly, when we observe from the input side, we take this 100K here, this 100K here, and Re has two values, either 0 or 1K. So this is the equivalent circuit for this given circuit. Now we have drawn the equivalent circuit. Now we have to go to the third step, which is drawing the hybrid model or the AC model for the given circuit, right? So here this is 100K, this is 1K, 10K, this is 10K, 100K, 100K and 1K, right? These are the values given, and there is an emitter resistor here, that is Re. So we'll replace this transistor by its hybrid model and we'll mark B, C and E. This is HIE, HFE, IB, right? And IB is the current flowing through the base and the IC will be the current flowing through collector. And now we have to mark all the components as they are connected here. So you can see here we have 100K, then we have this 1K, and then we have a current source here. Similarly, at the output side we have this 100K and then we have 10K and output voltage here. To draw this circuit, we have to make this VCC 0. So when we ground this VCC, this RC comes in parallel to this R dash, right? So we have these equivalent circuit with us. The first circuit is with having Re and the second circuit is without Re. When there is no emitter resistance, when Re is grounded, there is no Re, then emitter will be directly grounded. Otherwise, we will have a emitter resistance here. So I have drawn two hybrid circuits, one with Re and one without Re. Now we have to do the calculations for gain, input and output impedances. We'll consider the first case. In the first case, we have Re equals to 0 and the hybrid model is as shown here. Now we are sampling voltage from the output side and we have current source at the input side. So the gain parameter here will be Rm, right? And so we have to calculate what? We have to calculate RMF, which is given as V out by Is. And we know that RMF will be equal to Rm by D, where D is 1 plus beta times Rm, right? So we'll start with the calculation of Rm. Rm as written in the above line, it will be V out by Is. Now you can say why Rm is V out by Is and RMF also is V out by Is. Well, up to the calculation of the gain parameter, we take this circuit which is taken removing the feedback and taking the load of the feedback into account. Once we are through with this calculation of the gain parameter, then we again consider the feedback and we take beta value, we calculate D, and then Rm becomes RMF. Okay, so Rm is V out by Is. So V out by Is will be equal to RL into I out by Is, right? So this can be written as RL into I out is the current flowing through the load. And what is load? Load is this RL. So I out is the current flowing through the load. So we can write I out by IB into IB by IS, right? Now what is this value? I out by IB will be minus IC by IB. So it is HFE, right? So Rm will be RL into minus of HFE, which is the current gain of the transistor, and IB by IS. Let us say this value is say RA, okay? Parallel combination of RS and R dash. We know R dash is 100K, RS is 1K, this is 100K and this is 10K. HIE given is 1.1K. I'm sorry, HIE given in this particular example is H1K, and HFE normally we take it 50. In this numerical problem it is 100. So HFE is 100 and HIE is 1 by 1K. Now IB by IS, IS is the current here and IB is the current flowing here. So we can say that if this is RA, then we have this IS, which this is RA and this is HIE, right, which is the input resistance. So IS and IB is the current branching from IS. So this IB by IS will be RA upon RA plus HIE, right? And what is the value of RA? It is parallel combination of 1K and 100K, and this comes out to be equal to 0.99K. Similarly, we can calculate the value of RL, which is 10K parallel to 100K. This value will also be used later, and this comes out to be 9.09K. 9.09K. These are the two values here. So if we put all values here, RL is 9.09, right? Minus of HFE is minus of 100, and this RA upon RA plus HIE. So this will be 0.99 upon 0.99 plus HIE is 1K. That's it, 0.99 by 1.99K. This will give us value of Rm, and the Rm value which I have calculated comes out to be minus 452.7K. This minus sign is because of this HFE value, which is, current gain value, which is minus of HFE. Once we have the value of Rm, we can calculate the value for D, which is 1 plus beta times Rm, that is 1 plus minus 1 by 100K into minus 452.7K, and this will give you value of D, which is 5.53, right? So we have calculated Rm and D. Now we can do the calculations for RMF, which is Rm by D, which is minus 452.7K by 5.53, and this gives us the value of RMF, which is minus 81.86K, right? After RMF, they've asked us to calculate AVF. What is AVF? AVF is V out by Vs. So it will be V out by IS RS, and we know V out by IS is what? RMF. So it will be RMF by RS. RMF is minus 81.86 K by RS. RS is the source resistance, which is 1 K. So it will be minus 81.86. So AVF and RMF have the same value. Then comes RIF. RIF for the shunt topology, it is Ri by D. And what will be the value of Ri? Ri is the resistance at this point. It will be parallel combination of Ra and HIE. So it is the Ri is parallel combination of Ra and HIE, which is divided by 5.53. And parallel combination of Ra and HIE, that is 1K parallel to 100 ohm parallel to 1K again. This gives us value of 0.49K by 5.53, gives us value of RIF, which is 90 ohms. Right? So we have calculated RMF, AVF, RIF, and the last value which is to be calculated is ROF dash. ROF dash is the resistance at this point. ROF dash. ROF dash is given by RO dash by D. And what is RO dash? RO dash is the parallel combination of R dash and RC. It is nothing but, in this case, it is RL by D. And RL is calculated as 9.09K divided by 5.53, gives us the value of ROF dash as 1.64K. 1.64K. So we have calculated all the four parameters. ROF dash, RIF is 90 ohms, AVF is minus 81.86, and RMF is also minus 81.86. Now we have done all the calculations with emitter resistance 0. There is no resistance in the emitter. Emitter is directly grounded. Now we have to repeat all the calculations taking the emitter resistance into account, which is equal to 1K, right? So this is 1K. Again the same values, 1K, 100K. This circuit is little simple, 100K and 10K, HIE 1K again, and HFE of course given is 100. Okay. Now we have to repeat all the calculations. So we'll do little faster because we know how the calculations are done. We have to start with RM, which is V out by IS. Now where will be the difference? When we connect RE here, difference will be in the resistance at this point. If I mark this resistance as R dash, it will be HIE plus 1 plus HFE times RE. Earlier this resistance was only HIE, that is 1K. We have taken in the calculation 1K. Right now it will be 1K plus 1 plus HFE, it will be 101 into RE, that is 1K. So this resistance will be 102K. This R dash is 102K. This is the only difference from V out by IS is I out RL by IS. Now it will be RL into I out by IB into IB by IS. And where is this? This is the IB. Don't bother, I have written small values here and taken capital values here, they are same. And I out is the current flowing through these two resistors, which are the RL, which are already calculated in the previous. Only the difference here will be in IB by IS. Earlier IB by IS this was the value RA as calculated in the previous slide, and this was HIE. So now we will have Ra upon Ra plus Ri dash, not HIE, and so IB by IS value will change. So IB by IS value changes to 0.01K. It is Ra, that is this value, upon Ra plus Ri. Right? So this value changes to 0.01K, and when we put this value here, we get the value of Rm, which was RL was as previously calculated, it was 9.09K into IU by IB, that was minus of 100, and into 0.01K. And this gives us the value of Rm, which is minus of 9.09K, as these two gets cancelled. RMF, which will be Rm by D. Rm is 9.09K minus, upon D is 1 plus minus 1 by 100 into minus 9.09K. This is my 100K. This value, this gives us the value of RMF, and RMF comes out to be minus 8.33K. We have calculated RMF. Then the calculation for AVF, as we have done it earlier, AVF is RMF by RS. As RS is 1K, so AVF will also have the same value, 8.33K. After AVF, we have RIF, which is Ri by D. Now this Ri has changed. Previously it was 1K parallel to 100K parallel to 1K. Now it is 1K parallel to 100K parallel to 102K. Ri is 1K parallel to 100K parallel to 102K divided by the value D, and D is 1.09 for this configuration. This gives us a value of Ri as 0.98 divided by 1.09, which gives us a value of 0.899K, that is 899 ohms, right? Similarly, we can do calculations for ROF dash, which is RO dash by D. RO dash is same as it was there previously, only there is a change in D. This time D is 1.09, and RO dash is RL, which is 9.09 divided by 1.09 will give us a value of 8.3K. So this is ROF dash, this is RIF dash, this is RMF. These are the calculations when we consider RE as 1K, right? So we have done all the calculations with RE0 and RE1. The only difference this RE makes is in the input resistance offered by the transistor. It increases by 1 plus HFE times RE. One more point here, this AVF, which is the voltage gain, it is RMF by RS, so it will not have any unit K. The value of AVS is just 8.33. Being the voltage gain, it should not have any unit. So this is voltage gain is minus 8.33. Rest of the values I already discussed with you. I hope you have understood how the numerical problem is solved in voltage shunt topology. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you really like my video, please like, share and subscribe my channel Concept Tech 2018. Thank you.